if I could guarantee that you'd have anything you want in 3 months, what would you do to make sure that you're able to handle it? And I mean anything. Like, it can be a partner, it can be a new house, it can be a new room, it can be more money, it can be anything. What would you do to make sure that you're able to handle this new thing in those 3 months? Because the best advice that I've ever been told is nothing changes if nothing changes. And I believe that this applies to self-improvement especially because self-improvement isn't actually the first step that you're supposed to take into becoming the best version of yourself, which is the end goal in self-improvement. It is self-destruction. That is the first step. And my first step into taking this was creating this channel, creating a virtual journal for myself to document Avi, to document the persona, the inner voice inside of me, and make it my own. I've turned this Avi who's better than me in every single way, because we all have these kind of two voices, and this voice, Avi, who's the better version of me in every way, is who I'm trying to be. And that is the first step in self-destruction. It is destroying your old self. It is making your voice and theirs with this better version of you. For me, I've already achieved most of what I wanted. I've already gained all the new habits like meditation and waking up early and exercising and a lot of communication, philosophy, reading. A lot of these habits and hobbies I've already collected. I've already built up an identity for myself. This true best version of me has been created. And now I'm on what hopefully you will be on soon after you destroy this old version of you, these old bad habits, is the new version of you, the self-improvement, the second step, the step that everyone talks about, and they don't talk about self-destruction because self-destruction doesn't get views. You don't get views from it. You get views from self-improvement, telling you how to improve yourself. But you can't improve yourself if you're not okay with who you are. That's not how self-improvement works. You have to destroy that old version of you. And once you achieve this level where you are now on self-improvement, you are able to enhance your habits. You're able to make them more efficient. Like, you're able, whenever you work out, whenever you start, you just kind of do whatever it is that you're doing. You're consistent. Consistency, that's part of the first step into building this new identity. And whenever you've finally gotten past consistency, you are making sure you're always consistent. Now you need to make it more efficient. You need to make everything you do better day by day. And that's one of the hardest steps, especially after you've gone through self-destruction, because it's already hard enough to stay consistent with whatever these habits are. And for me, that's definitely shown, especially with even this YouTube channel. But I can assure you that whenever you finally take the step into reflecting on what you've done and trying to improve it, you will see results faster. The results will finally show, and it might even be better than you imagine. Like, that's a crazy thing to think about, that everything you're doing and taking these steps, they might end up being better than you even imagined. That's what should be motivating you, if you even use motivation in this process. And whenever you've finally taken in consideration and reflecting on your good habits and making sure you're doing everything, and at least keeping a standard where you're like staying consistent and you enhance it, then you can finally realize what you should be putting your time towards, what habits are most efficient to you and who you want to identify as. Because I've already taken the things that I believe work for me and I believe that I want to have in my future self. And as I'm young, I'm taking the time to develop skills more than anything, because that's when self-destruction is best suited, at a younger age, because you don't want to get to your mid-20s and you already have this kind of identity for yourself. You already have this, what's it called? Reputation. You already have a reputation built up for yourself by this time. And it's a lot harder to even do self-destruction. And once you've done it, let's say earlier, then you can develop skills and habits that will carry on to your future. And you will have built the identity for yourself that is most ideal. And for me, the most things that I've broken from self-destruction and added had to do with reading and meditation, philosophy, journaling, even a little bit of photography, and also trying to look better as well. Like, I guess there was a term back then where it was looks max, but really I would just want to try to look my best, try to look as close to a model as possible. And all of these things are factors into Avi, who I'm trying to be more like, the better version of me. And I believe that if you are already on this path of self-destruction, you are ahead of so many people. Because there are a lot of people that have their reputations and these bad habits and they just stick with them. They don't even bother to quit. And I promise you that whenever you let go of this old version of yourself, you will become someone that's worth attracting people of a higher vocal length or wavelength, sorry. Wavelength in people is important though. Like, there are only some people that kind of understand. Like, if you're watching this video and you're to this point, you probably resonate with my words and you are on the same wavelength as me. And there are a lot of people that are on my wavelength. It's just hard to find. But whenever you find these people, it makes it easier to improve yourself, especially if you surround them with you. I don't think I talked about that enough in my It's Not You, It's Your Environment video, but who you surround yourself with is technically also your environment. Because if you want to be a faster runner, you have to run with people faster than you. And after you do this self-destruction and self-improvement, you really get to see these results. You get to see the thing that you wanted in those 3 months probably showing up. And if they aren't, it's really close. It's at least closer than it was 3 months ago, you know? It's kind of why you're supposed to do this in the first place and why I said that at the beginning of this video, because you will be closer if you don't already get the thing that you want. If you already self-destruct and improve, you are more likely to find that partner, especially if you are taking those 3 months critically and seriously. You need to do this in order to get whatever it is that you want. You need to make sure you are prepared 3 months of improvement in order to make sure of change, to make sure that you can actually receive whatever it is that you want. Change. You have to change. Your identity has to change. The things that you do might have to change. Because, again, like I said, if nothing changes, nothing changes. You have to. It's just, you have to adapt. Whether it's for your personality or the things that you do, your habits, something has to change. And I've received those results. I changed. I received them in a month, if not 2. And I found people like you guys that resonate with me, and I found one in person that resonates with me that I've been spending my time with a lot recently. And I feel like that if that's your goal, you can copy me, but you can also just, if you're older than me, which you might be able to tell, you probably can, like, find people that resonate with you in the habits that you do. Whatever it is that you're trying to get into, whether it's the gym, whether it's a sport, you'll probably find people like that. Or whether it's a band, music. I have hope, and I have faith for you that if you did watch this video up to this point, that you are willing to take the change. You are probably ambitious like me. You have the same wavelength, and you are willing to change. You're willing to become this kind of person. I don't need to change anymore. I've done the steps, but I still have to self-improve. I have a lot of things I need to improve, like being more consistent with uploading. That's a hard thing for me to do because of how busy I currently am. Which, I mean, in a few minutes or something, I'll probably give a small life update. But you need to make sure that whatever it is that you want, you have to picture the amount of time that you're willing to just sit down and do deep work for it, and change and improve yourself and adapt in order to make sure that you can handle whatever it is. Like, everything does happen for a reason, and there were a lot of events that I believe that had to occur before I can even get into a relationship, or a lot of things that had to occur before I could realize if I could handle trying to make money or this YouTube channel. But some of those things were actually meant for other things. Like, I was trying to do things to set myself up for the YouTube channel, but this channel is actually helping me set up for other things, which is like finding people and building Avi, this new version of me that I love, that I have enough respect for, and I'm seeing it in others as well. And I really hope that you take every word that I'm saying with with sincere intentions, with value. Just make sure that everything that I'm saying that may help you, you are really, truly taking it to heart. That you are changing something in order to change something. That's really all I need to talk about, though I can at least give a small update because I haven't really been uploading. It's been like, I think a little bit more than a week, if not a week. And that's been due to like things like school, but of course there are times where I've already been doing that. I've been uploading while being in school, but I also have been picking up a lot of habits that are taking up more of my time, that have made me harder to make a video or get time to make one. But I'm glad you're sticking around. It's really hard to find time. I'm trying to. It's hard today to even make this, but I know I want to make it because there are people that resonate with my words, and I don't mind to keep trying to grow in this community because I love y'all. I love having y'all here, and I believe to show that, I should at least share my life some more. Share the lessons that I'm learning or I've learned, like this one. And if you like the way this video looks, I'm going to be remodeling my room pretty soon. Not in February, but at some point, and hopefully it's going to look better, and then I'll enjoy making content here as well. Like, I'll have lamps that might light up the room in a nicer way, but who knows. That's just the current plan right now. After improving everything about myself, I need to improve my environment. Like I said before in the other video. Oh man, that was a lot. At least it felt like being in a relationship again it's tough. It's tough to find the time, but you just kind of have to make time for that and also for this. I really hope that you have a beautiful day, and I truly love you all, every single one of you guys that decides to watch this content of mine. Like, I believe that I'm providing value and enough for it to grow, but I don't think the quality of the way my content looks is enough or stimulating enough for most. So if you are making it to the end of this kind of video or enjoying my content, please maybe like it, maybe subscribe, at least take a little bit of time out of your day to leave a comment if you have anything, please. I would appreciate it, and I'd love to read them, really. If you need to talk to me more, I have an email. It should be in the description of my channel, but I'll probably put it in this video as well. And again, I hope you have a beautiful day, or rest of your day, and you start changing, because there is something that you want in those 3 months of time, but you can't do that as the way you are. Something has to change, whether it's the amount of focus you put into it or your identity. I really hope that you take what I'm saying seriously, and I will see you hopefully in the next one.